Thanks to Squarespace for sending us to CES 2016 this year. Check out their link in the video description down below. Here at Phanteks, we're checking out the Eclipse P400. This is a pretty affordable case. It's at $69 and it features a ton of stuff I don't really think you normally see at a $69 price point. So it's all steel construction, it has a basement, it has an Rgb controller, there's rubber grommets, it has SSD mounts on the back of the motherboard tray, not things you're used to seeing. By default, the Rgb controller, which is kind of tucked away under the front of the top of the bezel of the case, is able to control the RGB-ness of the ring around the power button and an underglow on the front of the case. And then you can add LED strips to it if you want to add more stuff, and then it can control all of those as well. The rest of the outside of the case is pretty self-explanatory. On the top, you've got two USB 3.0 plugs, headphone and microphone jacks as well. The left side has a large window cutout, and then the right side's relatively plain. The panels do have thumb screws that hang on them when you try to remove it, which is great. I love those. Fantastic. And then we move on to the inside. There's that basement that I talked about earlier, which is kind of a grill-style basement, so you can see through it a bit, but it's still a cool looking kind of basement setup. There's a panel near the front where you can remove that and then remove the hard drive bays that are under it and extend your radiator support from a 240 or 280 to 360 millimeter radiator. So you can pack a lot of cooling in here as well. Speaking of cooling, you can install two fans up in the top, either 120 or 140 millimeter fans, and one 120 millimeter fan in the back. It also includes two fans, one in the back and one in the front. To keep gunk out of your case, you got a bunch of filters. At the top, there's a long magnetic filter protecting your top area. The power supply has a removable filter on rails. And then the front of the case, for the front intakes, at the top and bottom of the front panel, there's two little filter slidey rail things. In terms of cable management, you've got cutouts along the bottom and the top for your headers or your CPU power or whatever you need there. And then the right-hand side has rubber grommets. Then moving to the back of the case, you've got some Velcro straps for your main channel of cables and wires, which is fantastic. And then you also see your two 2.5-inch SSD trays on the back of the motherboard, and then that hard drive bay in the bottom left-hand corner that we previously talked about with two 3.5-inch hard drive trays. It's fine. If you're more into quiet, they also have the P400S, or the Silent Edition. This has covers on the top blocking those fan slots. If you do want to install fans there, it also comes with dust filters, which are individual, so you can have one of the covers installed or both of the covers installed, whatever you want. It also has sound dampening material on the inside of the panel, and you can decide whether or not you want a window. If you go with no window, the panel is all sound dampening material. If you don't, it just goes around the window. It also has a 3-speed fan controller, which can control up to 6 fans. Alright guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think. I think this is a pretty aggressive price point, but that's ultimately up to you. Again, this is in USD, just in case you're confused about the pricing. It's like 687 Canadian dollars, I think. I don't know at this point. We'll see how the dollar goes. Thanks for watching, guys. By the way, thank you to Squarespace for bringing us here as well. If you guys want to make a website for whatever reason, I don't know if you're going to like individually sleeve cables and you want to make a store or something, they have a commerce module so you can sell stuff on there as well. They have templates, so if you're really bad at aesthetic things, they can just kind of handle that for you, which is great. If you're also really bad at making websites, they have live chat support 24/7 or live email support 24/7. So yeah, it's not that bad. You can sign up for a year, get a free domain, everything's included. Squarespace, build it beautiful. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Linus Tech Tips. We'll see you guys next time.